right off the bat.
Cave to set up base camp.
Right off the bat. This is called 7 Days Stranded in a Cave. Stranded.
Can be deceiving. We didn't know it yet, but the next 7.
They are not stranded. They're not stranded in this cave, okay? They're just not stranded. They obviously have a very large camera crew. Okay, here it is, guys. Basically, Mr. Beast has been getting all kinds of trash on the internet. If you don't know, he's been getting all kinds of accusations for his videos being fake. Is he marketing towards a younger audience illegally using like gambling? Is he really giving the money away he says he's giving away to the people he says he's going to? Are the people he has in his like staged games actually randomized, or are they just friends or like paid actors? How real is Mr. Beast actually doing his videos? So, if you don't know, this is a huge thing right now online. So what I thought we were going to do together for my first installment of this Mr. Beast fiasco, let's just go through his most recent video and see, what we think about this. Like, do any of these things apply? So let's just.
But I'm currently descending hundreds of feet into a cave that runs over 5 kilometers.
He's going into really deep cave with him and his his close friends. These aren't random people, obviously. So a lot of these things that we were worried about applying to his other videos, like is it fake, are they random people, doesn't really apply to this one because obviously these are his like close, trusted, best friends. Okay.
Good flash flood, fill up like an ocean, and potentially drown us all.
And right off the bat,
to the cave to set up base camp.
Right off the bat, this is called 7 Days Stranded in a Cave. Stranded.
Can be deceiving. We didn't know it yet, but the next 7.
They are not stranded by any means necessary of the imagination. They're not stranded in this cave, okay? They're just not stranded. They obviously have a very large camera crew, medical staff, probably their friends and family out top of the cave. Anything they need, they're not stranded. It's not like this is one of those reality shows like Survivor, or even better, shout out to the show Alone. I think it's just called Alone, the survival show where they take their own cameras out into the woods and they just drop them off in the middle of the Canadian wilderness, and it's just one person and they have their own camera and there's no one else with them for like, up to a couple months. That's a great show. I like that concept because that's truly stranded. This is not stranded.
And if you point the camera over there, you'll see it's pitch black. It took all day. And so we set up the bare minimum for camping grounds. We drilled holes to hang up some ropes. Grab these, pull yourself up. Looks like the ropes will be able to support hammocks. And with the help of our survival guide Joel, we hung our hammocks.
Okay, unless they made some actually giant fake cave like stage, I think it's safe to go out on a limb and say this is actually a real giant cavern that they pre-researched with some very expensive team to make sure it was safe. And they actually descended down into this cave, which is pretty cool, okay? Points to that. I think that's pretty cool.
Very perplexing environment.
But it's not like they just found some random cave in the middle of nowhere and they're just going down into it for the first time ever, just, you know what I mean, okay?
Sleeping.
That's literally genius.
I'm not just a YouTuber, okay?
My hammock gets out right here. Are we serious right now? This is where I just got out of bed.
And we didn't realize it at the time, but this hole is almost 40 feet deep. So while Sean and I got started on the super tour, Mac and Carl went to see how dangerous this hole was for themselves.
Do you see my hammock up there? That is where I slept. Now look at this.
And because everything looks the same, and it's probably pretty hard to follow us in this cave, on this map, you can see our home base and how far they're moving away from it.
All right, Mac. It's been real, bro.
Oh, bro, this is crazy.
Well, the boys are randomly exploring. Me and Sean actually have to work on the camp.
Why is there a sleeping bag over here?
Because it smelled like pee.
Ew.
Lesson number 1, don't rent your sleeping bags.
Why did we rent sleeping bags? Why did we not just buy sleeping bags?
We're zip cozy.
These rocks trap the
By the
heat
way,
here
let me
and
know
block
what
the
you
heat
think
from the
in
rocks.
the comments. Like, have you been following this whole Mr. Beast conspiracy, or controversies, I should say? How much at fault is he? Is he really a bad person? Is he really just trying to get one over on people? Or is he maybe just kind of at the mercy of this capitalist system where he's trying to make money? I can't really speak to all the things that's been alleged against him because some of them are pretty weird. and I just haven't covered all of them, you know. But let me know what you think about this.
Without dying, of course. Oh my gosh, this is kind of steep.
Well, you ain't seen nothing yet.
We're going deep in the cave.
All right, boys, suck in your guts.
It's worth this. Woo! Oh my God! I can actually see now. This is awesome. This thing is bright. Woo! Bro, look at how cool this is. Yeah!
Honestly, that
so
is
bright, I
really,
can't even look at it.
wish
I'm like getting blinded.
I
Oh,
could
no.
do this. I'm a little bit claustrophobic.
In hindsight, we
That'd be
probably
tough
didn't
going
use
to
that
the
the most
smaller
effectively.
spaces,
Either way. And so we continued on.
Joe Frey is a really good handle up the top there, and then you can sort of swing a foot around onto this.
And after 3 hours, Joel had some bad news for us.
The water's too high and we've taken too long. We're gonna have to turn around for today and head back to camp.
I disagree! You can't disagree with the safety act.
I mean, I don't know, guys. Is this fake water? Is it a fake cave? I think it's real.
I disagree! Well, we can't really disagree. It turns out we wasted way too much time filming and playing with flares to the point where we now had to restart and attempt this mission another day. Sean, we're back! What did you do while we were gone?
Hopefully nobody gets wet now.
Bro, I didn't even know we packed lights.
Yeah, they're awesome, right?
Sadly, we only made it 20% through the cave today. But mark my words, we will go the distance in a future day.
I doubt it. That's not gonna happen.
We might rest on day 4, and then on day 5, try to go all the way to the end of the cave and see what's there. Day 3 was a lot of fun. I'll see you
All the
guys
way.
tomorrow.
And after a third miserable night in the cave, the next morning we only had one thing in mind.
A hot shower would literally save my life right
Okay.
Oh, shit.
So,
We whipped this chocolate out earlier. This just got like 10 times more fun.
Guys, for real, if you've never tried s'mores with
This is new to
Feastables,
me.
you're really missing
I did
out.
not
Tomorrow,
know.
we're gonna explore the entire.
I did not
We'll
know
see you
Mr.
guys
Beast
then.
had
So we tried to
this
sleep
line
as
of
much as we could
candy.
and prepare
I mean, to be fair, you gotta know that they had some team go in beforehand, and they had people verify that this was to some level safe enough to send in some very high-value people who have no idea what they're doing.
Let go now. We could get
And that
swept
they can
away
get
by
out
the strong current
safely.
directly beneath us.
Pretty much no matter what, you know. Otherwise, they wouldn't have picked this area.
I can't even see where I'm
Visually, though, it looks very
You got it, you got
pretty
it.
crazy.
Get yourself
I mean,
in
look at
there.
this.
It's gonna get way gentler.
I mean, that's like churning waters. Pretty crazy. With like, imagine if this whole thing was just shot within like 10 meters of the cave entrance, like the whole thing, and they just edited it to like.
No, we gotta keep going or we won't hit the end.
Oh my God.
Can we go downstream? Why are we always fighting the current?
I might just start drifting away. I might just give it up.
There are sharp rocks underneath the water.
Alright, let's
You
skip forward
cannot-
here.
Mr. Beast Lab Swarms. It's a
what is
collectible
this?
toy line with over
What are
119
these?
uniquely
These are
designed
like
characters
Taco
that you
Bell
can
toys.
collect.
These are like
And the
McDonald's
coolest part is to
toys.
find out which character you got, you pour water into
mean,
this tube, shake it
you
up,
know,
and the
sell
swarms
some
will
toys.
appear in front of your very eyes. And to demonstrate the product, I made this giant
But
light.
it is a bit of an eye-opener to show you like what audience is their target audience. You know, if I mean, it's not a very far stretch of the imagination to realize that like it's not like a bunch of 60-year-olds or 50-year-olds or 40-year-olds or even 30-year-olds that are watching this. You know, these shows. It's younger kids, younger people.
life-size version
is
of the
fine.
swarms
Nothing
tube.
wrong with that.
Fill the tube with water. You won't need this much water. This is just a giant tube. All right. And now that this is filled with water, Mac's gonna give it a little shakeage. Oh.
Is it shaken up enough?
I think it's shaken up enough. Then you pour out the water. Do the honors, Joel. And out of the water will be revealed which 2 swarms you got. This is the rarest one, the Hyperchrome, that I only made 1,000 of. Joel, you can have it.
Oh,
You can have
okay.
that
These
one.
are the ones.
call
These
again?
are the toys that like.
Characters that you my
Oh,
future
yeah,
Jimmy
they-
name tag, and then
they get
said,
big
"Hey,
with the
future
water,
Jimmy here."
right?
And the coolest part is to
Inflates the wrong word, but they
give it a little shakeage.
pour it with water and get really big.
And we didn't just stop with the swarms. We also
remember those when I was
go give
little.
them a
Those were
try.
pretty
And
fun,
after more
actually.
brutal trekking throughout the cave, we finally arrived at the glowworm chamber. Man, this better be worth it.
Alrighty,
Look, you
team.
guys,
Welcome to the
I'm
glowworm
just gonna
chamber.
call it there. Basically, they get out of the cave.
It's day 6. Yeah, maybe today. I don't know.
The whole point of this video
company.
was I just wanted to go through and see if any of the accusations that are being thrown at him could apply to this video. And luckily for him, No, because this video is much different than his other videos where he's like putting 100 people in a circle, the last one to leave gets $1 million, or this isn't even a competition. This is just, 5 or 6 guys going down into a cave, spelunking, like having a great time, like a really cool trip. There's no one's winning money here. It's nothing like that. So I can't really apply any of the other things to this video, kind of sadly for this video's sake, but maybe in the next one, let's see what he releases, and we'll see how it holds water. No pun intended.